Russia's nuclear arsenal, NATO's nightmare scenario. Russia's nuclear arsenal has always been a source of concern for NATO. With the second-largest nuclear arsenal in the world, Russia poses a significant threat to global security. The possibility of Russia launching a nuclear attack on NATO has been a constant fear for the organization, and the situation has been exacerbated by recent developments in the country. Russia's aggressive stance towards NATO has escalated in recent years. The annexation of Crimea, the conflict in Ukraine, and Russia's support for the Syrian government have all contributed to tensions between Russia and NATO. In response to these actions, the NATO alliance has increased its military presence in Eastern Europe, which has further stoked Russia's fears of being encircled by hostile forces. Russia's nuclear doctrine is also a cause for concern. Russia has adopted a more assertive posture towards nuclear weapons, which it sees as a deterrent against potential adversaries. Under Vladimir Putin's leadership, Russia has modernized its nuclear arsenal and expanded its range of tactical nuclear weapons. The Russian military has also developed a doctrine of escalation dominance, which emphasizes the use of limited nuclear strikes to achieve strategic objectives. These developments have raised fears within NATO, which sees the potential for a Russian nuclear strike as a nightmare scenario. NATO has responded to these concerns by implementing a range of measures aimed at deterring Russia from using its nuclear arsenal. These measures include increased military deployments in Eastern Europe, the establishment of missile defense systems, and the adoption of a more aggressive military posture. However, these measures have also fueled the arms race between NATO and Russia. Russia has responded by developing weapons systems that are designed to overcome NATO's missile defense systems. This has led to a dangerous new phase in the arms race between NATO and Russia, with both sides investing large sums of money in developing new weapons systems. Another concern for NATO is the risk of nuclear accidents or miscalculations. The more nuclear weapons there are in the world, the greater the risk of an accident or a miscalculation that could lead to a nuclear war. This risk is especially high in the case of Russia, which has a complex command and control system that is prone to errors and misinterpretations. Despite these concerns, there is also a recognition within NATO that a dialogue with Russia is necessary to reduce tensions and prevent a nuclear war. NATO has repeatedly called for Russia to engage in constructive dialogue on issues of mutual concern, including arms control and nuclear non-proliferation. However, Russia has been unwilling to engage in such dialogue, seeing NATO's actions as a threat to its national security. Ultimately, the situation between NATO and Russia remains tense and uncertain. The possibility of a nuclear strike by Russia on NATO may seem remote, but it cannot be ruled out. The continued modernization of Russia's nuclear arsenal and its aggressive military posture suggest that the situation may get worse before it gets better. It is therefore essential that NATO and Russia engage in constructive dialogue to reduce tensions and prevent a catastrophic nuclear war. It remains to be seen whether this will happen, or whether the nightmare scenario of a nuclear attack on NATO will become a reality.